Hi, this is session 2 of The Between. We are playing the Limehouse Lurker as our only mystery so far. With us, as always, is Casey playing Mr. Pike, Gwen playing Miss Swindrake, the mother, and Zena playing Mr. Tibbity, the as yet unnamed Undeniable. And we will start with a quick recap of what happened last time. It wasn't that terribly much because we spent most of the day, or most of our session, creating characters and doing the preliminaries. But we did start the Limehouse Lurker with Jenny Johnston, the proprietor of an opium den, reporting 3 exsanguinated bodies and seeking help from Hargrave House. The 3 victims are Soft Jimmy, a prostitute found in the opium den, Charla Bell, a young mother found in the alleyway behind the Limehouse School, and Zhao Donghai, a Chinese sailor found outside the Dog and Whistle pub near the Canal Dock. Jenny kept the bodies in her basement, fearing trouble for the Chinese immigrant community if the authorities are involved, and she asked Hargrave House for assistance with the matter. The first question that we are going to work towards answering is the vampire young or old? We know that the vampire is of child size, and the way we found that out was by our mother taking a look at the bodies and finding out that the teeth are just too narrow. The distance between the teeth marks just too narrow for an adult. And this was one of the 2 things that happened last session. Was the not abduction? What do you call that? The looking at the insides of the 3 victims, where the mother found a portion of milk and still wrapped candies in the stomach of one of the victims, and it looked like they were shoved in from the usual cavity. And the B plot, if you will, was our Undeniable having an encounter with a man in the sun mask who was lounging in the best room in the den overlooking the Thames, and apparently there has been some sort of at least from the side of the man in the sun mask, there has been some sort of avoidance scheme going on where they share days, but the Undeniable is undeniable, and if the Undeniable wants to go to his spot, then he will do that. The 2 of them had a little bit of a verbal sparring match, which ended with the man in the sun mask saying that, or revealing that he heard a childlike voice from the shadows that castigated him for his many, many vices, and for his fall from grace, and for him being a shame to the people he comes from. The man in the sun mask didn't seem too perturbed by that, and took his leave to visit the Duchess of Kent and departed. And that was the 2 things we did last week. And to just reiterate, the clues that we have are this castigation by the childlike voice for the many, many vices, and the stomach cavity of Zhao Donghai containing wrapped sweets and remains of glass, some milk seemingly pushed down his throat. And we need to answer the question, is the vampire young or old? You could theoretically, if you wanted to, start answering the question in the next dusk phase, because you do have enough clues for that. You need half the complexity, but presently you would roll with 2d6 minus 2. So I suggest you look for a few more clues before you try that. And when you've answered the question, there will be a follow-up question revealed depending on the answer to this one. Just because we're playing our first round of phases. We're now in the day phase. The day phase is relatively safe for you. You can just explore, do whatever you want. And once we feel we've done enough, we go to the dusk phase, where you can try and answer the question if you want. And then in the night phase, you can try to follow up on that in a more dangerous manner. And with that, what would you like to do now? Last time we left you, you were in the basement of the opium den, or in the bachelor club, respectively.
I have a quick question. Is Eleanor's examination of the bodies complete? I mean, am I in the midst of that still? Simply because there seems to be like something to do with vices. Somebody had candy shoved down their throat. Maybe each of these people, there was some sign of what their vice was. If I look for that, if that
what
makes sense.
What their vice was?
I don't know. Why were they targeted by the vampire child? That's what I meant. Were they exhibiting signs of indulging in a vice?
Okay. I thought you were referencing to the game term vice, which does not refer to NPCs. Vices is something you have.
I was referring to Clue 1, that the man in the golden mask said that the child's voice from the shadows castigated him for his vices, and one of the victims had candy shoved violently down his throat.
Yes.
In which case, the implication is, did the vampire child see the victim overindulging and thus punished? That sort of idea.
Yeah, that's a very astute observation, and you're very welcome to follow up on that. I just got confused for a second because vice is also a game term.
Oh, right.
But that was not what you were referring to. So if you want to do more research, more following up, that would just be another information move. You would just need to tell me what exactly you want to do.
So I guess I'd look at the other two bodies and look for some sign of, in addition to the exsanguination, some sign of violence that indicates a punishment for bad behavior in different...
Yes.
I might even walk through the, 7 deadly sins or something in my head.
Just quickly, because of course I closed down the Limehouse lurker. There it is. I think that would be the information move with reason, I think.
Okay.
So just give me 2d6 plus 2, and we'll see where that leads.
9.
There is a complication, either with the clue itself or a complication you encounter while searching. The keeper will tell you what the complication is. Okay, so you have your elbow deep in the guts of...
I do like that.
Yes, I know you like that. In the guts of the sailor, as you find the milk and the chocolate, or the sweets, and do you sew that up orderly, or do you just leave it blade open?
I think that in this situation, she has no respect for the dead in the way that you might expect. She's not a mortician, so she's just like, I'm just finding answers and looking in dead bodies. I might want to come back and look in here again. I'll leave it open.
Okay, then you leave it open like a book, and go over to the next body and do the same thing. And
a grisly scene.
Just look for what a fitting clue could be. And you open it up, and in the throat of, what is her name? In the throat of Charla Bell, the second victim of the lurker, you find a copious amount of roses. Also seemingly just crammed down there. And you would say from what you see there that she choked on those roses.
Wow, okay. So these are all done before the exsanguination.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know how to spell her name. Chala, like C-H-S-H?
Mm-hmm. The names of the characters are also all the way down on the threads bar.
Oh, there they are. Thank you.
Top.
Yes,
and it's Charla, like Carla, but with an H.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. Charla Bell. Is somebody typing? Oh, it looks like you're typing.
I'm typing out roses. Shoved down Charla Bell's throat. Mm-hmm. And as you're working there, and I'm thinking the undeniable will probably hear it as well, as will Mr. Pike. You hear a bit of a commotion from upstairs. Somebody in a rather dark, gruff voice seems to have a fight, but the kind of fight that you try to keep low with Jenny. They do this whisper shout thing, but it's shouty enough to at least definitely reach down in the basement, and if you want to, even to the salon.
Yeah, I can see Eleanor is like, what? What's going on up there?
Did I see to it, Madam Doctor?
I think you should look into that, Pike. Yes, thank you. I'm a bit indisposed.
So you go upstairs then?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So upstairs is a rough-looking man who is in a fight with Jenny. And when I say rough, I don't mean rough like a criminal. I mean rough like a physical laborer. And as you come closer, before they both stop their argument, the last thing you hear is something along the lines of, "But you can't keep her down there forever. We have to find a solution for the problem." From the man. And then Jenny says, "I already thought of something." And then they hear you come up the stairs and fall silent. And Jenny is like, "Oh, Mr. Pike, was it?"
Yes.
Have you found anything?
The Madam Doctor is investigating the bodies, and I just heard a disturbance up here, and I would like for her to be able to focus on her task.
Oh yeah, I apologize. This is, and she points towards the man. This is Mr. Bell, the husband of one of the victims, and he is. Don't tell. Sorry, let me go back. He barges in like, "Jenny, I don't need you to speak for me, sir. We need to get the authorities involved. There's a killer on the loose, and my poor wife needs to be properly treated, needs to be buried. I am sure you have the best of intentions, but I am not. I don't think we should leave it to amateurs." And then Jenny throws him a look and says, "Rory, they know what they're doing."
I must agree with Miss Jenny, sir. My condolences. However, we are more than capable of providing you the solution that you, and then looks between the two of them, are needing.
Rory says, and I'm like, "I hope you're right, Jenny. I hope you're right." And he then says, I think I need answers, and I need them soon. Otherwise, I will go to Scotland Yard.
I understand. As long as you leave us to our business, you will get what you're looking for as soon as we're capable. I promise.
3 days. And he turns around.
And then Pike will turn to Jenny and say, Miss, I know you have a lot of things to consider with your business and the unfortunate recent events. However, in order for us to do the job that you have asked us to, we need all of the information that you have. Unless, of course...
I'm not keeping any secrets, sir.
Oh.
If that is what you're insinuating.
It just seemed there was...
Oh, he's a grieving husband, of course.
Sensitive discussion I may have interrupted is all. I'm simply trying to do what you've asked.
Thanks. Yeah, he's a grieving husband. I was just trying to keep him off your back, so to speak, so that you can do your work in peace. But he's not wrong, you know. The bodies are not getting any fresher down there.
No. But neither is your business becoming any more appealing to Scotland Yard. I'm sure there are reasons you would like to avoid them.
Absolutely. We're not in disagreement, sir.
Well then, if you would, please let us know if anything else comes to light. Otherwise, I can leave you to your business.
Yes. The way it works in this kind of games is if you want to question them or something, that is just the information move. In case you wanted to barge in and you could have interrogated Rory a bit or even Jenny, that would be the information move, and then I could tell you what's happening. So it's not going to go the way that we do like freeform talk, and I will let the clues slip.
Okay.
That is bound to the move. And at some point I can ask you to do the move, or you can just tell me that you're doing it.
Sure. Interesting. I guess in that interaction, I took your word through Jenny's word that like there was nothing to gain from her, so I didn't ask to go for the information move. But like if there is information there, like I was asking her questions. I'm kind of one of those people that's like, moves, why? So like I might not call for the move as aggressively. So if that's something you want me to do, I can try to do that. But yeah,
I can remind you to play moves if that is something that you'd like.
Sure. But I'm satisfied with how that went. If we want an information move, I'm happy to roll it. Like I say, I'm.
No, that's up to you.
Always be fishing.
Always be fishing. I think that is the main currency and the main motor of this game.
And it's also how fun / bad things happen when you roll for
it. Right. Fair enough.
What is what is Mr. Latimer up to?
It's Mx, I think.
Mix.
Well, in fairness, maybe they also mix it up. But anyway, yes, Hecate. Indeed. Oops, I'm in the wrong one. I just accidentally opened the GM only thing and I didn't have a look. Anyway, I think.
It's no secret.
I think he will finally relax into the cushions of his now private little opium den booth and hopefully get some service in here. And you might have a little chat with whoever is serving him.
Oh, sure. Let me just quickly see if there's a side character reserved for that by the thing. I don't think there is. No, there isn't.
Sorry, I need to close the window. I'm still listening.
Yeah. Then I shall wait for a second.
As I said, I am listening.
Yes. So a servant comes by, and it doesn't take long, and they have a steaming fresh can and a canna of tea, and
Okay.
a pot is the word, with 1 cup, and also an assortment of cigars, and of course the reason why everybody is here, or anybody is here, the opium, and sets it down, cleans up the leftovers from the men in the sun mask, and is not really addressing you, because that would not be their place. But of course, you are free to address them.
I mean, I feel like they probably know me around here, right? So, like, I will probably know this. What do you even call it? Anyway, this staff member. Yes. Oh, thank you, my dear. But I think the occasion calls for something stronger. Could you bring me my usual, please?
Yes, of course. Trembling a bit in the voice.
Before you go, well, you being, part of the staff here, you hear more things than the average person. What's been going on here? Can you tell me anything that maybe the mistress of the house isn't divulging? And I think my question is,
yes,
I think I want to play Giveth.
Okay.
In the way, but I don't know if this makes sense to do this in, how do you say that? I don't know if it makes sense right now, because I'm also trying to get information, but I wonder if I could play it. See, because I'm the person who keeps calling out the moves. I'm like the polar opposite to Casey, I think. Like, I'm wondering if I can incorporate that somehow, or whether that is just silly and we should just be doing these two things separately.
Let me just quickly read Giveth. At any time, you can declare that a side character is secretly one of your worshippers. Describe how the side character subtly or not so subtly debases themselves before you in the scene. Then scar your reflection. Oh, that would have been so sweet with the men in the sun mask. Whenever you make a gift of something from your personal quarters to a worshipper, they will do exactly as you say. No questions asked, up to and including destroying themselves. If you demand information from them, it may come in the form of a clue at the keeper's discretion. If another hunter debases, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, there's.
I could theoretically, if you want to give me information as a clue, I could actually get it without doing the information move, if you wanted to.
Yes. But the cost of that would be that you would make them a gift from something from your personal quarters.
Oh yeah, true.
I think the information move would be the easier play here.
Okay, maybe I'll play the other one later then. Fine.
I think Giveth is best used for like the named NPCs, for the powerful looking ones, for dicks like the men in the sun mask.
No, but it's also fun to play it whenever. To go like, of course you worship me. I have been coming here for ages, and you admire my beauty and revel in it, And also, maybe I have been very generous in the past.
Yes, so, I think that is all can absolutely be true in the fiction without you needing to waste an item from your inventory.
Right. But I think I can declare it without doing that. It's just that if I really want to make that, how do you say that influence work mechanically, then I must also do this. I think is how I understand it anyway.
Yeah, me too. Like, you can have the bit of them subtly or not so subtly debasing themselves before you can have that for free.
Yeah. I think I will do that, but possibly not immediately. And instead, I'm gonna just roll my 2d6.
With
unfortunately,
presence,
it's just a 5.
Right?
Oh no! wait, I forgot with presents. I forgot that there's stuff because I was thinking.
Yeah, right.
Thinking of ski.
Yeah, I don't need stats either, but the game has them, so let's use them.
That's fun. That brings it up to 7.
Very good. Yeah, that's a hit. Okay, so it's again a clue with complication. Let me see what clue we take. I have an idea. Just seeing. Oh, that's beautiful. It's also beautiful. Yeah. So she says. Just gonna quickly roll a dice because there is like two clues that are mirrored, and I don't know which one I want. Okay, it's that one. She, as you ask her to tell you about what happened the last few days, she takes a step back and she says, "Yeah, of course. So I see a lot as I work here, and Soft Jimmy, I'm sure you've met him. He was one of our regulars, and sometimes he takes friends with him into our separés. And the other day,
not knowingly.
And the other day we had a situation where he brought in, or rather, an older gentleman asked for him by name and was directed into his separé, and Jimmy had he asked him in not too kindly a way to leave him alone, saying that old art shouldn't spoil his sight with his ugly old wrinkly body, and that person was aghast. And what's worse, that person was connected. And the day after, we had a raid from the police in our apartment, in our establishment. And the day after that, we found Soft Jimmy crumpled up in a side cabin in one of our walls, in a shape that no human should be folded in. The clue here is...
And exsanguinated.
Yes. The clue here is stories of a victim behaving unkindly towards the elderly. And then she says, and it's not the first time with him. I don't know how he did it, I should say, that he invited his customers in without seeing them beforehand, apparently, and then becoming quite infuriated when they weren't conforming to his sense of good looks.
Well, you can understand that, no need to rate this fine establishment for sure. Do you say?
Yes.
Do you know?
Does she know?
In what way? Or is this?
I don't precisely know, but I don't precisely know, but and also I'm not sure it's my place to say. But let me just say that connected in a way that brought down the police on our heads swiftly.
Could I
just
me the player? Sorry. Me the player to say that I think the reason I was just asking because I'm fishing for, but I would also view that there is a mastermind out later. I thought might be,
but we haven't met our mastermind yet.
Yeah. Okay, we haven't. Oh yeah.
No, we haven't. We're still in our first day phase.
There was something blue.
The mastermind is.
Oh no! I remember. I found it.
You
it's
have
fine.
something blue and
mixed things in my head. Yes. Yeah. Oh well. Well, thank you very much. I shan't keep you any longer.
Thank you.
The usual, please.
Yeah, and she comes with the usual. What is the usual?
When I wonder is it something as a fine brandy? Is it something more. I don't even like brandy, but maybe a Hecate has become to the custody British.
That's a chance for world building for you right there. Also, what kind of an establishment Jenny's opium den is.
Or maybe,
do they serve powdered bones for the snorting, or is it just brandy?
Let's go with an absinthe because more kerfuffed.
Okay, very cool. I think we might have. Oh yeah, it's already 22 to the hour, and Gwen has to leave an hour earlier. So let's maybe finish the day phase here. We have 4 clues, because I would like to show you the night phase today, at the very least. And with that, we go to the dusk phase. In the dusk phase, that is like the dusk and the dawn phase are 2 short setup phases, basically. In the dusk phase, we do the following. We resolve any playbook moves or custom moves that are resolved during the dusk phase. So if you have anything, now would be the time. But I don't think you do. The keeper poses a paint the scene question about Hargrave House to the players, who then answer it. Skip this step if all the questions have been answered. I don't think that is the current wording of it. Let me just quickly.
No, I think it isn't.
Look up the.
I do have a dusk move I can make also.
Oh yeah, what is it?
It's night work, but when not engaged in the hunt with your colleagues, I mean, am I engaged?
You are.
Okay, so that means this doesn't apply because it says when not engaged, I spend my nights doing house calls, helping Scotland Yard, or working on the child, and then I get to choose 3 from the list below during the dawn phase that follows, which includes things like finding clues. So, but does that mean if I opt for that, does that mean I don't participate in the night move, or?
Yeah, that was the way it used to be. Remember last time? But it's not anymore.
Okay, so it doesn't say that anymore. So I just declare that in between the times when we're doing night move stuff, I'm in my little laboratory.
Yes.
Sewing body parts.
Nice. Just quickly read the move myself. We are building a person from body parts to acquire in the city. When the time is right, you will use principles of chemistry and alchemy to give your creation life. Oh no, night moves. Night work. When not engaged in the hunt with your colleagues at Hargrave House, you spend your nights doing house calls, helping Scotland Yard examine corpses dragged from the river, and of course, working on the child. A bit annoying that these that this character keeper is so not current, and I was looking for a more current one, but couldn't find one. What?
Yes, you just thought this was the most recent.
Yeah.
It's a lovely keeper.
I think it is the most recent one. It's just not current.
Well, I mean, yeah.
No, because in fact, it came out reasonably recently, the version, and
yeah, I think I'm gonna do another reprint.
Yeah, okay. So the phrasing in the book is a bit clearer. During a Hargrave House night phase, you spend the evening doing house calls, helping Scotland Yard examine corpses dragged from the river, and of course working on the child. Choose 3 from the list below during the dawn phase that follows. Okay, so this when not engaged in the hunt with your colleagues, this is refers to the old way it was built, where you actually are not together with your fellows. Not the case anymore. And I'll just read the 4 as they are in the book, just to triple check that they're the same that you have in your character keeper. The 4 choices are: you find a clue, the keeper will describe it. You find a clue that can be used for a future threat, tell the keeper what the clue is. You acquire a body part for the child, can be chosen more than once. And you find a keepsake, ask another hunter what it is and add it to your personal quarters. That looks like
that's exactly right. Yeah, those haven't changed. So that does mean that, I guess the only thing I'm not clear on is, am I going to be participating in the night phase if I do this move? In addition, or no?
Can I just interject here? Because Hargrave House night phase is something specific, right? That is something to this edition. Something we all hunters choose, whether we're doing a Hargrave phase or a regular night.
Good point. Good point.
Is that...
Yes, it is correct.
So now it means this only comes to pass, but it is a great boon for when the Hargrave House night phase, and you get extra stuff despite the fact that you're not going.
And usually you can freely choose which one you want, the Hargrave or the London night phase. But not today.
I was going to say,
because the first one is a mandatory London night phase.
Where those two different night phases, are they in the Keeper anywhere? Because I don't see them.
No, because they weren't a thing yet
the new ones.
With the old Keeper. But Gwen, in our Discord, somewhere you can find the book, and if you want to read that up.
I think I will have to do that. I've got it. I had downloaded it. So.
Thank you. So, then let me read the Dusk phase from the book. The players may attempt to answer a question they have collected enough clues and wish to do so. That's the first thing. Or you can resolve any playbook moves or special moves that are resolved during the Dusk phase. 3. The players decide if they are going to have a London night phase or Hargrave House night phase. As I said, in the first one it is mandatorily a London night phase. If the players decide to have a London night phase, each player says what their hunter will attempt to do during that upcoming night phase, and then the Keeper introduces the unseen and assigns prompts to the players. Dusk is a short phase used to set up the night phase as to follow. Importantly, there is no roleplay in this phase. So, with that...
There's no role?
In the Dusk phase.
There's no roleplay in what? Oh, in the Dusk? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So the questions I have for you right now is, what do you want to do during... No, first of all, do you want to answer the question? Coming off your 4 clues.
Because we have one now.
Yes.
I haven't updated the Keeper as well, because I Shamiro board. I don't know if you've Stacy.
I did not. Sorry. Where's the link?
Oh, I sent the link in the chat, in Discord chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed it then. Sorry. Gotcha.
I just did, I think, because, Dominic was saying about that.
Push.
Yeah.
Here it is, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we've got our 4 clues. Are now in
so we could
the Keeper as well. Yeah, I mean, it's a complexity 4, so that means we'd be... Yeah?
Flat roll. The only problem is, I feel like 2 of them can be easily used. I don't know about the others, really.
You also don't have to answer it now. I will tell you that the mystery has a 5 night phase timer. So if you haven't solved it after 5 night phases, something will happen.
I apologize for interrupting. I have a question. I'm looking at the 4 clues, and the distance between the teeth isn't listed. Was that a separate clue?
No, that wasn't a clue. That was just a
that was my
bit of lore, basically.
Okay, yeah. That would be maybe how I'd explain it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can use that. Like everything you've learned so far, of course, can be used to tie the clues together.
Gotcha.
I don't think it would, because obviously it's a vampire. Old or young is different, right? It's not about them necessarily. It's more like a...
Yes.
Has it as
all
a
you've learned by that is that
recently.
Yeah. All you've learned by that is that it has the body of a child. But that doesn't tell you anything about how old it is.
Right.
I'm necessarily inclined to answer some.
Want to wait? Yeah, we can wait. Next time.
Okay, also fair.
It's also theorizing. It's a long time.
It's true. And the way it works here, I said that last time, but just to reiterate it, is that if you were to answer it now, or at any point really, and you answer it wrong, it is automatically the other choice in these binary questions. So after your discussion, you come to the conclusion that it's a young vampire and you roll shitty, it's automatically an old one. Which is not a problem per se, it just leads to a different follow-up question.
Gotcha.
Okay, so then we don't answer the question. That is all fair and good. Then before we go to the proper night phase and the break, and then the night phase, I would be interested to know what the three of you are planning to do during the night in London. Sorry, Miss Doctor. Miss Swindrake.
Yeah, I can't do my night move, so...
Swindrake.
Or my night work, I'll do a London thing. So we pick one of the London at night unscenes?
Yeah, we will do that in a moment, but first, what are the night scenes is stuff that happens in between what you are doing.
Oh, okay.
Basically, we zoom out and we look at a different part of what happens in London, and then they alternate.
I forgot.
Your things and the night scene. So, again, I would be interested to know what you are doing during the night phase. There's still, just to give you a few hints of what you could do, there's still locations to explore, like the places where the bodies were found. There are people you could ask, like Rory, and you can find all of that in the threads down there. You have the side characters, and I did not write down the places. I apologize for that. But the stuff that was mentioned in the opening text is the Dog and Whistle pub and the Regent Canal Dock where Zhao Dangai was found. What was also mentioned there is Charla. You've met Rory. You could follow up on that. You could also follow up on the Limehouse School where Charla was found. Or you could explore the Opium Den at night. Or whatever else you can come up with.
And we are each doing these separately, I assume. We're not. We could choose to do them together, but because
exactly, that's up to you.
Eleanor's instinct is we should check out the scenes of the crime, and she wants to do the Limehouse School because if it's possible, this vampire can pass as a child. Maybe it'd be lurking near school.
Okay.
Awesome. I think Pike would head for the Dog and Whistle.
Solo mission from Mr. Pike.
Yeah, and like Dominic, feel free to, if I'm like not getting the phase thing, or I'm like, I'm gonna do the story game bullshit and play pretend, and I'm outside the scope of the game, like grab me like as hard as you can and tell me like, no, that's not for this part of the game, idiot. So yeah, just putting that out there.
No, that's not how the game works.
Yes, please, perfect.
Like it's all
exactly.
Scaffolding. None of it is a corset. You know. Just in the way that a corset is also scaffolding. But it's not a prison. That's what I mean. Okay, so Mr. Pike goes to...
question. Oh, sorry.
Yes? No, go ahead.
Is Soft Jimmy the only worker that was killed among the victims? I mean, is that...
Let's say with what we know so far is that at least Soft Jimmy is the only sex worker that has been found. And killed by the lurker.
Carla Bell, for example, somebody completely different.
That's somebody completely different. Yeah, it's not. So if the question behind the question was if the vampire is targeting sex workers, no. One of them was a sailor, one of them was a sex worker, and the third one.
Okay. Sorry, this is a little bit annoying. Maybe wow, why my languages? This may be a link for you. I feel like a character would be drawn with talking to more sex that I'm sure they know.
Absolutely. It's not annoying to me. Why would it?
Because there's no named side character that because apparently.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine.
You know, people who seem to not be but I
would just pull up the London adventure from Paint the Town Red that has a 100 people in London list.
Cool.
So just roll names there.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
The little tables are great.
Yes. But I can do that after the break. So we know what you. Sorry, and I didn't note it down. Mr. Pike is going to do what again?
To the Dog and Whistle pub.
Yeah. Whistle. Then Miss Swindrake.
I'm investigating the school, the Limehouse School, or like lurking in the region.
And Mx Hackety is the first name, right? So Mx Latimer is
Hackety for friends.
Looking out. Friends, no, sex workers. Okay, so and then before we go to break, let me tell you what the night scene is for today.
Sorry, my cat is adorable.
And that is Saint Osana's House for the Destitute. And if we scroll down to, it starts in the unseen tab. It starts in G49. Saint Osana's is,
I guess.
What? Saint Osana's is a model-sized workhouse with around 300 inmates. The cramped, unsanitary accommodation is segregated by age and gender, with families separated except for babies in arms. The food is meager, the work frequently pointless, and the discipline harsh and arbitrary. After lights out, the house is silent, but for muffled sobs and snatches of whispered conversation. And now there's a paint the scene question that means it is to be answered by everybody. What signs do we see that this place is not just pointlessly cruel, but deliberately so?
Are we answering that now? Or later?
No, now, please.
Oh. I think however many people are in, any room, there's always one bed less.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like determined randomly. Yeah, maybe randomly. Maybe that's not a real punishment, right? For any behavior, it's just random. And get to have a.
Nice, very good. Thank you.
I think we see the food line, and everyone gets ladled out the one scoop of gruel, and once everyone has passed through the line once, obviously people are still hungry, and we see behind into the service area, right? And there is more food that could be served, but they refuse to give seconds and shut it down after everyone's been served once or whatever.
And then I'd say that the pointless work is designed explicitly to break their spirits. So they may have to have a shift digging a ditch, and then the next day their shift is filling the same ditch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That's very Dickensian, I guess. It's very anti-capitalist.
And with that in mind, let me just assign the follow-up questions that you will answer when it's time. And I would just go with Zina first. Zina, I would ask you to tell us the story of Cedric Decker, the poor boy. And Gwen, I would ask you to tell us the sad story of Millie Cooper. And Casey, I would ask you to tell us the story of Walter McTavish. Okay, and now we can have a break. What do we feel like? 10 minutes, 15?
Oh,
10 is good for me.
Yeah.
I'm okay with 10.
Yeah.
Let's do 10 then. And meet back 10 past.
Cool.
10. All right.
Sounds good.
See ya.
All right.
I'll be here. I'm just turning my camera off because I'm eating. I'll be right back. A fun video in a minute, but I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back. So I shared the book text about the echoes in the night with you in case you want to read the entire thing. That's not necessary though, but I do feel I need to make you aware of that the echoes in the night are a thing and quite central thing to the night phase. The idea is always that you are, or let me start with why this is relevant to you. It's relevant to you because you have these dawn questions, and if you tick the dawn questions during the dawn phase, for every dawn question you have ticked, you will get 1 experience point. That is how you advance in this game. And there are those 2 dawn questions that are individual to your playbook, and there are 3 that are the same for everybody. And the 3 that are the same for everybody is: did the hunters answer a question? Did the hunters resolve a threat? Or did you experience an echo in the night? So it's an XP trigger in the most basic sense. In the more lofty sense, of course, it is a way to weave all of it together. The idea of an echo in the night is that you, when you narrate your night phase prompt, and also when you play your own night phase, is that you look for moments where they connect in terms of vibes, in terms of things that are happening. That can be very literal, but can also be very symbolical, right? So if you, I think the example that's in the book is one of the more symbolic ones, like this: when you, your hunter finds a, I don't know, I don't have it from the book, but just making one up right now. Hunter steps into a puddle of blood, and then a character in your night phase finds a patch of rose petals on their bed. Both are round and red, so there you have the connection made. And when you do that, you can mark the did you experience an echo in the night, and that's your XP for you. So that is the idea behind that. Just keep that in mind. If it doesn't work, that's fine as well. We're all learning. And with that, let us start into the night phase. Zina, would you like to tell us the story of Cedric Decker?
Yeah. So I'm going to read the prompt again, if that's not again. It hasn't been read.
No, it hasn't. Would be lovely if you did that.
Decker is a boy of 11. Father was a wealthy merchant until gambling in debtor's jail. As Cedric lies in his bed's wing, how do we sheltered upbringing has not been for this place? And maybe this even his first night. Maybe his first night. One of the early nights, just after he's arrived, and well, obviously, I don't know, quite upset. Bed. He is also can't get. He's tossing and turning in there, trying to pull his sort of gown across him so that none of his skin is because he keeps how do you say that? I think maybe these mattresses are probably just really badly made and they're straw mattresses or something, so he poked by them. That's really uncomfortable, and see scratching himself and just not be fightful position. And at some point he's so hard, he's like, oh, goodness, what did when we sort of, I guess the camera's on I don't like his what's it called, his shitting, and he realizes the scratching and the itch isn't just from the trawl. There's a tiny little flecks that are moving around and hopping around. Two rather null red dots, just in the hollow of his where some life in him, and noticeable because he's been scratching. So he's abscess to conditions like this, so he's not asleep at all.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, and with that we start with the first thing that happens in the night phase. Let's start with got my bad handwriting. With Mx Latimer. I wrote Latimer so shoddily that I couldn't read it. You said you wanted to go to where the sex workers are. Where are the sex workers? What do you imagine? Is it like a proper brothel or the streets?
I will be in separate areas around town, but in this case, I'm going to assume of them around the docks, in the area where these patterns are, etc. You cannot assume pick up work reasonably around the docks.
Sure. Then let me set the scene for you. It is a night, as every night in Limehouse. It is the docks by the Thames, and it is a cold night. It is a foggy night with the fog coming in from the river. The water smells like fat, like lard that has been burned and has burned down, and to almost as if there's ashes swimming on top of the water table. It is an altogether unpleasant, but not new, not surprising smell. The other smell that your honed nose takes in is the smell of unwashed bodies, and the smell of those bodies covered with cheap perfume, and there's something oddly alluring about it. Maybe that is the reason why you keep coming here. You could have the finest of, prostitutes for that matter, but you wouldn't even need to resort to that if you wanted to. There's a reason why you go here, precisely because it is what it is. And one of your favorite people to talk to is Fanny. Fanny is, she's going towards the end of her career. And so she's become more desperate. Her prices have become even more, it would be wrong to say affordable. It's more bad, really. But she has one good customer, and that one good customer is our good Mx Latimer. So as she's standing there, looking over the Thames, maybe talking with a colleague, and she spots you, her eyes and her face lights up. She looks like it's Christmas and Christmas coming together. As she knows that there will be a good meal in it for her at the end of the night. And she says something to her colleague and pushes herself off the poller that she was leaning against and says, what's your... Does he call you by your first name? What do you think? Or even by your real name? Or does he just call you Thomas or Jane?
No. I think she calls something like wonder, is there there's probably the neutral highest name. So I think I've allowed for me Lady Hecate.
Lady Hecate.
push it.
And then she comes closer and
some point not to do Latimer.
And says, "Oh, Lady Hecate, it's so lovely to see you tonight." And there's a hint of desperation wafting off her.
The pleasure is dear Fanny. Your psycho eyes.
You're just saying that. Do you want to come straight up to the room, or do you want to have a walk first?
I think let's have a.
And
I think
she. Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was just wondering. I imagine that this walk of yours is something that you've been done countless times over the last decades, and you probably have a favorite route. And I'm wondering, what is that route? And I don't, of course, need any geographic details, but just a vibe, a theme. Is it by the docks? Is it through the streets? Is it up tour?
Yeah, no, I think it's probably it along the docks for a bit, and then we probably turn into streets somewhere, and make our way to, I think, and some kind. I don't know if they're also taverns or whatever, but like some hospitality establishment that is reasonably. It's not lavish or whatever, because that would be around there. But one that would see the likes of Fanny. But that we go. That's where I take her. We don't do anything else. Go and take her there because I'm company.
Yes. Let's leave you there on your walk, and
sure.
I think I'm more interested to see what Mr. Pike is doing all alone by himself without his employer. So since you just to barge in before you have the chance to say anything, since you are going to a location that is featured in the adventure and comes with its own set the scene question, you wanted to go to the dog and whistle, right? And then as always, the paint the scene questions are for everybody. But first of all, I would be interested, actually, before we do the paint the scene question, so you know that. Oh no, that is actually the paint the scene question. That goes for everybody, and then we'll go from there. This pub caters to sailors and folk who work at the canal. How do you know this, Mr. Pike first?
Yeah, so I think we see this established because Mr. Pike doesn't go immediately into the pub. He sort of lurks around on the street and hangs around for a while, kind of just looking at things, figuring it out. I mean, the easiest answer is the clothing that they wear, but there's also a certain way that a sailor carries themselves and talks, and the sort of revelry that they get into, the way that they're sort of hanging around outside of this pub and coming and going, and lots of lots of companions on the arm, if you will, that sort of thing, that shore leave phenomenon. So we just see Pike on the street corner, sort of in the shadows, taking it all in.
Okay. Miss Swinpole, you're not physically there, but if you were, how would one notice that this pub caters to sailors and folk who work at the canal?
Maybe. What was the name of the pub again?
It is the
Dog and Whistle.
Dog and Whistle. Maybe it's got its little the board that hangs out with the little sign has a dog in a little sailor outfit or something. There's maritime iconography, but it's all faded and paint peeling. So there's a dog good. And then it's an anchor or whatever.
Yes, what's curiously missing on that sign is the whistle. There's only the dog and the little sailor outfit.
That's it. Yeah.
And then Of course, Mx Latimer. Oh, how would you know that this place caters to sailors and folk who work at the canal?
Good question. I wonder even have a menu, but I guess their menu is just with a bunch of stuff that landlubber wouldn't understand, which is the items
Yes.
are named sort of, I don't know, either maritime, maybe there's also maybe there's even sort of pigeon variations behind, but no, regular lubber sort of menu items. So
I imagine
you feel
it's
out
probably
of
also
place if you think about it.
Yes, I imagine it's probably also quite international. Like with Chinese items and like Indian items, and of course the Victorian Londoners have no idea what any of that is. Very good. So, Mr. Pike, how are you dressed tonight for the occasion?
Yeah. I think Pike is dressed. I think Pike always looks the same, which is actually very similar to the picture I threw in the keeper. Like a jacket and tie. But again, like it's all worn at the edges. It doesn't look quite as sharp as like a proper jeans would. But and he has like this plain woolen scarf that he wears like wrapped around his neck that kind of probably hides the threadbare shirt underneath, so he might look a little bit more professional. But yeah, dark clothes, worn shoes, and I think eventually we see him move from the street and as unnoticed as possible into the Dog and Whistle. Where he'll like take up a seat in the corner again, maybe just to kind of keep an eye on things, looking for anything, keeping an eye on things, or sussing it out. Like a lot of these high traffic areas, there's plenty of like fights and murders and things that happen, right? So just vibing, I guess.
But you're staying passive mostly.
Yeah. For now, I think.
Aside from ordering a beer when asked or stuff like that.
Yeah. Just like eyes and ears, and if anyone, he recognizes, Rory or any of these like side characters or, not to use a game term, but any of these other, people we've seen or heard of, like kind of just doing that whole thing, stakeout style, maybe, I guess.
Yeah, I think before long you notice that indeed Rory is there, and Rory is talking to somebody, and that somebody he's talking to is a Chinese man in dingy sailor whites, and I think you are, even though you are slightly unfittingly dressed for the place that you are in, you probably still manage to sit next to them if you want to and just eavesdrop in. And they talk about the missing people, and the Asian man saying, or the sailor is saying, I was so excited to be here. We had some good times those first few days in the port. What could have done such a thing to him? As Rory is relating how he found Charla, and bloodless but otherwise okay. And then Rory, starts sobbing about he doesn't know how to go on without her, really. And Lynn, the sailor, is like putting his arm around Rory, and it's like, I don't know what to tell you, mate. One day after the other, I guess. Mr. Pike, would you like to make a move, like the information move, or?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can do that. I suppose. I'm not sure. Is this reason, composure?
Depends on what you're trying to do. You also don't have to make a move. I was thought just that I would remind you that you could if you wanted to.
Sure.
If you want
Let's
to
actually
engage.
let's leave it right now. I have an idea. My plan will be like when you come back around to me, let me follow them when they leave, and then make the information move there.
Great idea.
If that's okay with you. Okay.
Then let's go over to Miss Swindrake.
Yep.
And you told me, at the school.
Yes, I am.
And the school, yes?
So, go ahead. Yeah, no, that's one of our locations.
Yes, exactly. I just wanted to introduce that. You go there at night, so there are no filthy children all over the place right now. It's a big house made of, stone. And from the outside, you can see that there are few, like less than 5 windows lit. The rest is all dark. And there's a paint the scene question, of course, as always. And it is workhouses like this are where poor children are sent to be managed until they're old enough to be turned out. What signs of deprivation do you see?
How about it's gonna be sad. There is a refuse pile of rotting stuffed animals.
Where is it?
Out back.
On the courtyard or on the inside?
Yeah, out back. It looks like they just are tossed aside without the care that the such little lovies deserve by the heartless whatever's governesses. I don't know what do you call somebody who runs an orphanage or a workhouse or whatever this is.
It's both. And it would be the headmaster. Yes. Very good. If you were here, Mr. Pike, how could you what signs of deprivation could you see?
Yeah, I think there's like a coal furnace, and next to the furnace, there's like the coal chutes, and then there's a whole big pile of coal, and we see our like maintenance worker take like one shovel, throw it into the furnace, and then like leave for the night, and the only heat that will be generated is from like that one shovel full of coal for the night.
Nice, yes. And Mx Latimer, what signs of deprivation could you see if you were here?
Somehow currently completely drawing. I don't know why. So
that's fine.
Sorry.
Oh, good. Then let's start the scene. You're outside. What is your plan? Do you want to try and get in? Do you want to try to look around the surroundings?
Yeah, I think I want to lurk around circle it, looking for signs of either a predator, lurking nearby, some dangerous person.
Yeah.
Really, I want to keep my eye out for children that are out of the building that don't belong out of the building. And maybe a way for them to come and go, like an open window or a back door. I'm just trying to determine whether our possibly young-looking vampire is hiding in the school or what.
So as you move around the house, and it's, as I said, a quite big, imposing house. Behind the house, which is about where you know that what was her name? Charla. That Charla was found behind the workhouse, in an alleyway behind it, and there's this dark alleyway that is an unlit shortcut between two bigger streets. It would make sense for people who are aware of the surroundings and who know the area to like chance it and go through it, because it's not so big that something is likely to happen, but apparently this night something did happen. And so that is a good place to start your investigation. And then as you look around, you notice that the ground level windows are all barred. The first story, and they're quite high windows. So when we talk about the first story, we talk about a good 3 meters. This is like the first row of the first level of windows that can even be, they can all be opened, but that are not barred. And indeed, there is a window open that you can find, which in this cold autumn air is rather unusual, particularly with the abysmal heating situation that we found out earlier. So it's likely not anybody who works there that has opened it, because that would make not a lot of sense.
Sounds like trouble. I think she is going to prowl down this dark alley, knowing full well that this isn't necessarily the safest place. Sees the window and then looks to see if there is a way to just to clamber up and peek in the window just to get a sense of, like, is this into a dormitory or a hallway, and she might not be able to, but maybe only a vampire can jump up there.
Yeah,
with ease, but she'll look for a foothold. She doesn't give up that easily.
Yeah, I think there is a path up there where you would climb up some roofs of smaller sheds and junk buildings, maybe scale a water pipe here and climb up the barred windows there. But it's possible. Do you want to do that?
Yes, I absolutely do.
Okay, then thank you for that. And then before we turn around, let us introduce the night move.
Yeah, I figured that's what I was
doing.
When
you do something risky or face something you fear, name what you're afraid will happen if you fail or lose your nerve. The keeper will tell you how it is worse than that. You can choose to back down or go through with it. If you go through with it, roll with an appropriate ability. So, what are you afraid will happen if you fail or lose your nerve?
I am afraid that I will, that I'll lose my hands will shake. I will become afraid, and I will fall.
Oh, but see, it's worse than that. The most likely place where that would happen is a place where you would fall down it's probably the coal chute even that we heard earlier. And
not good.
One part of the dereliction of this whole thing is that it has like these two winged doors, and one of them is maybe not missing, but it's broken, so that it was just put on top of the chute. So if you were to fall, you would fall right through it, and would fall down deep into the coal chute and whatever is down there. And even if there's nothing down there, chances are that you won't be found until it's too late. If you get seriously hurt during fall.
Okay.
Do you still want to go through with it?
That is, of course.
Okay, then we
come more than ever.
Yeah, no, we will first do the roll and then come back to that on a second go round.
Okay.
The whole
Do you think this is vitality or composure?
That's a good question. What would be your argument for composure?
Oh, just because she's trying to keep her cool.
Mm-hmm.
And not get shaky. But I can roll either. I mean, I can roll vitality if that's. If strength.
I get composure, and the argument I would make for composure is that the climb is not easy, but and you're not a well-trained climber. But the more important thing is to look out for like slippery spots, for things that might not be as fixed to the walls as they look like. So that would be my argument for composure. That's not so much about holding on, but for reacting when something comes loose that shouldn't.
Okay, that works for me. Mm-hmm. So I will roll.
Yep.
Oh, that's a 4.
Oh, so that is a miss.
It sure is.
So you climb, and it happens exactly as I said. Oh no, sorry, we meant to come around to that. Let's table that for a second, and come back to the solution of that. On the next go round. And now we come to the second unseen prompt, and I did not plan it. Maybe I should have, but Gwen, it's your turn again. Sorry for the other players.
Okay, so
tell us about
read
Millie Cooper, please, and also read the prompt, please.
Yeah. So it says, Millie Cooper cradles her young baby in her arms, murmuring softly murmuring stories of the baby's father, a man of noble blood. What do we learn of him? Millie holds her baby and rocks almost obsessively, and her eyes are bloodshot, and she is a little twitchy, and she says, what shall the child's name be? That's just, it's okay, young Hamilton. They're there. When you grow to be a big, strong adult like your father, the Duke, you too can find your way in the world, and you too will be immune to the consequences of your vicious actions. Those of us of low station, we have to face hard consequences, don't we? But you will rise to join your father and be immune to such petty concerns as morality. Isn't that right, little Hamilton? And so we learned that the man was cruel and most likely used poor Millie and tossed her aside. And perversely, Millie is hoping that her son grows up to be at least able to do that with impunity, even though maybe it would not be good for him to, in fact, be that person.
Thank you. That was lovely. So let's go around to those names. I'll have them at some point. To Mx Latimer, walking along the banks of the Thames, and Fanny is the name. Fanny tells you that. No, she doesn't tell you. No. Sorry. I was just trying to figure out but no. So you walk along the banks, and it is a pretty night, really. The moon is full and dark, full and bright. I mean, mirroring on the river as it sluggishly laps against the banks. And what do you think? What is the kind of talk you are having?
I think we established this turn where she me about the goings on around the docks and among her crowd, etc. Just the whole gossip. Not saying that she always just drops a clue, narratively speaking. Then I think we turn to this thing or whatever. I just like hearing her. Yeah, and sometimes we go and take the room and something. But I'm just listening to her. It might in between sort of
the sordid stories
interrupt.
From the underbelly.
Really, you did. I can't believe you. Be more careful with your choices there, dear Fanny. And yeah.
I'm afraid I don't have the time to be careful anymore. Getting any younger, you see.
Well, I mean, you do look rather worn down. Should I not? Please don't wrong way. This is in no way just your beauty, but yeah. Is there anything I could do? I think this happens as we enter the inn.
Would you like to? Because I have an idea for a clue. Would you like to play the information move?
Sure. What skill start with? You think? Is it as well, or?
Let's go with sensitivity here.
Oh, fantastic! That's a 0. I don't know if that makes sense for this, but it is what it is. It's what I've chosen. Okay. Oh God, I'm nearly okay. Apparently, I have 5s.
So it's a miss?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, never mind. Nothing bad happens on a miss on the information move.
Unless I want to, so just waste a mask.
You could. Do you want to?
No, not right now. That
Okay.
seems.
Although, like the for the undeniable, there is a bit of a race going on to don the gilded door first, because you're the only one who gets to raise their presence by doing that, and you're also the only one who can get rid of it, the most beloved condition.
Can that be taken away by that move?
Yes, take it away is the only move that I've seen that clears the most beloved condition.
Oh yeah. Well,
and you're also the only player
Let's get to another
who raises their presence by doing that.
Sure.
Okay.
I feel like my character should have one too. It locked the gilded door for else, and I feel like that is also being with his character.
Yes. So what it means is that everybody else can still use the gilded door to bump up a roll. That is what you do with these masks.
Oh, okay.
But there's only one person. Oh, now the check mark is gone.
No. Oh, yeah. It's like it's not. It doesn't.
Yeah, I would assume that means we can't take us anywhere. Yeah.
But it says it does not count as being marked for them. So, huh?
Yeah, I think the mechanic of like there's some, like if you have never used X, this never used this and that task. There's certain things you can do. I don't think that ever fucking happens, to be honest. But yes, so it wouldn't count, but it's also no longer.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah. So why did the checkmark just disappear? Why is it gone now? I don't understand. Anyway,
I would assume that's some fancy footwork by Ben. Like,
yeah. It just
and that's always not marked.
Right, and to show that we can't take it anymore or whatever.
And it just takes a second to go through the mechanics, and that's why it doesn't show up immediately. Anyway, so now you have the condition most beloved. So that bumps the roll. And you also get +1 presence.
Don't mind if I do.
Crazy. And now you have a hit on your. No, it's a hit. No, yeah. 10 plus is the hit. 7 to 9 is what you have. There's a complication either with the clue itself or a complication you encounter while searching. The keeper will tell you what the complication is. So you stand in front of this upscale pub that you were going to, and it is the Woolwich Arsenal. I have no idea if that makes sense in the geography of London, because I don't know where Woolwich is, but it is from the random table in Paint the Town Red. So, and it's a nice name, so we go with that. The Woolwich Arsenal. As you stand there and you're about to go in, it starts to rain, and it's just a little dribble at first. And before long, you notice that the rain that is dripping down her face takes on a reddish tint, and it maybe takes a second or two before you look up and you see a body that is hanging out of a window with blood dripping down right on to Fanny, who is standing exactly under the body. And the clue here is fresh blood dripping down from a high place, or in a more specific way, a blood dripping from a body found at the, what was it? The Woolwich Arsenal.
Can you spell that?
I can. It's wool like Wolle and witch like welche. No, nicht welche. Welche is with an H. It's which, like the English witch, W-I-C-H. Yeah, that one, exactly. Arsenal.
Without the T.
Yeah, without the T. It's exactly how you spell it.
Okay.
It's exactly right.
But in what, in a window?
Yeah, hanging over the ledge of the window.
Cool. I got me to do anything. Well, actually,
Yeah,
it's 5 to
just
8 already.
just
I don't know.
yeah. I would just like you to tell me what you're going to do in your next go round. Set that up, or maybe even already do something night move worthy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure. Like, I'm gonna probably get a kind of a tissue. You know, it's obviously a monogrammed, and you know, to Fanny and go, that's the ghastly, isn't it? I don't know. Oh, I've given this thing. No, my question is, would you want to go and investigate? Would they just be more interested in their talk with Fanny?
That is your decision to make.
I think they would just be like, let's out of here into a more.
Yeah. Fanny takes the tissue and then follows your eyes up there, and also like she's seen stuff. She's like, oh, the city is going to the dogs. Yes, let's go somewhere else. And hands you back your tissue and
take her to an even place.
Okay. What is Mr. Pike doing? Oh, you said you wanted to do. You wanted to follow the two fellows. Yes.
Can I interrupt really quick? Sorry to interrupt. So in a couple minutes, I will need to go. Yeah, remember I needed to go 1 hour early.
Then let's do the thing first. Sorry, I forgot. How strict is the you need to go? Like how much time do you have?
It's
like
not super strict. I've got a couple 5 minutes or something.
Okay. Then let's resolve that first, and then.
Okay.
Yep. Good. Thank you for the reminder. So you climb up, and of course you use your hand slips, and you try to stabilize yourself with the other hand, but that leads to the rain pipe just coming out of the wall, and you fall down the chute.
May I use a mask?
Just give me a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
You fall down into the chute, and you break through it. You bend the metal and end up with like on top of coals, on top of a pile of coals, with the sheet metal sticking out through your thigh, bleeding rather rapidly and rather harshly. That is the resolve of the move, and now you're welcome to use a key to undo it.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You have to describe it first. Yeah, I would like to use the Mask of the Past, I guess. And now I can't jump to Masks of the Future, can I? Just take any of them?
Yeah, you can.
So the Mask of the Past.
Go in order, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they do.
And the Mask of the Future
should also go in order.
I guess it was weird to me I can just...
No. I would just go with what the character keeper tells us here.
I will go. I lost someone very important to me. Who were they? Named them. I'm going to go with. This is going to wrap into. I don't think it's a problem to do this. It wrap into my child, who I'm trying to.
Yes. Sorry.
That's okay. That's right. So yeah, I would say. Did I put? I thought I wrote a little bio, didn't I, or did I not? I can't remember if I guess we don't create our backstory until it comes up in play. So
at least you don't share them.
Yeah. So right.
It's a good idea to create it, but
right. Yeah. I hadn't written it down. All right, because I just wanted to make sure the name I wasn't getting it wrong. So Eleanor lost a lover named Charlotte, and Charlotte died of scarlet fever, and during the last outbreak, and or maybe make it more historical, died of typhoid fever, and that is what drove Eleanor to track down, help identify Typhoid Mary, the person responsible for spreading so much of the disease through London accidentally, and from there, spending that time with her dying lover, and then.
Can I stop you right there?
Yes.
Sure. The prompt is you lost someone very important to you. Who were they? Name them.
That's it.
You're not
I'll
supposed
just shut
to.
up. Okay. Sorry.
The rest will come later.
Okay, so Charlotte, a lover.
Okay.
The end.
Thank you. And that bumps the night move up to a 7 to 9.
Really, I love it.
You do it or hold steady, but there is a complication or cost. The keeper describes what it looks like. So now the ball's on my court. Yeah, you. Oh yeah, I love it. You move it because you need to skedaddle now. That's a perfect cliffhanger. You do hold steady, and you climb up to this open window. And as you pull yourself up, there's a small person, child, as we call them in the business, is sitting there, looking down on you, and says, "Oh, that took something out of you." And this is our cliffhanger. You've found the Limehouse lurker, and we'll see where that leads next week.
Exciting.
Cool.
Oh wait. Oh, sorry. No, because next week the night phase will be over. Oh, that can be the first scene we do next week. Your third night scene thing to resolve that, and then we go to dusk. Because I also think we're not going to do much more than end the night scene today, and the night phase. It's already
okay.
Sure. Second hour, and with that, let's take a
night
break.
phase.
Let's say bye to Gwen.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let's finish this go round of the night phase and then take a break before we go to the third unseen.
Should I bow out at this point then, or am I all finished?
Oh, sorry, I don't know how much time you have. If you want to expand that scene a bit, we can. I just wanted to let you go as quickly as possible.
Yeah, no, that would be fine. That's fine. I just didn't know if you were expecting me to stick around. All right. Well, thanks, gang. I'll see you next week. Have a good week.
See you next week.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks, Gwen.
Yeah. See you next week.
Yeah. What? I'll see you next week. Okay. And with that, let's go over to Mr. Pike. Mr. Pike is following those two men like a shadow in the dark, which kind of tells me that you are somewhat used to shadowing people. And at some point, they what do they do? I think it is that Rory is just totally pissed, the English way of pissed, and needs somebody to bring him home, and that somebody is Lynn. So they sing songs. Rory maybe sings some war songs, and Lynn sings sailor songs, and they show each other their cultural heritage, job-wise, I mean, before they sit down on a bench in front of a big tree, and Rory just his head falls backwards, and he passes out. And Lynn is like, hey, just sit down for a second, mate. And then Rory sits down and is immediately out. And Lynn is just standing there, hands in pockets, rolls a cigarette, and looks around. People go past. It is not a totally deserted street they've been, but nobody pays them too much mind.
Yeah, interesting. Do you want to go with the information, or not the information move? Is it the information move, night move, information move? Here, or and see where that brings us, or are you looking for me to put myself in the fictional positioning first? Because I'm unsure. I don't think I would approach. Sorry, go ahead.
I would be interested to know what Mr. Pike does now. If he just waits, or if he.
Yeah, I think so. I think
engages.
Pike has this idea that, like from what we've seen, I think Pike has an idea that the vampire might be like preying on people who are already vulnerable. Like it felt like some of these people had already been murdered, but not dead when they got fed on. And so it looks like Rory is in a great position to be left vulnerable here, especially maybe if his companion gets fed up and leaves him there. We'll see, I guess. So yeah, I think Pike's plan would be to just again wait and observe.
Okay, yeah. Lynn rolls his cigarette, sits down, smokes it, and then the rain starts. And Lynn is like muttering under his breath because he's also quite drunk, like, mate, I don't know where you live, man, you should have told me. And it's like, no, they didn't have IDs like we do today, so like rifling through his pockets wouldn't make much sense. So I think at some point he is addressed by a cop, and the cop I'm just looking for him there. Bobby just talks to him, and you can hear that Bobby's like, so what are you fellas doing here? And then it's like, my friend here, he just was like super drunk, and I don't know where he lives, and I don't know what to do. And then the Bobby is going, it's okay, it's Rory. I know Rory. Like we've been lads since we were kids. I can bring him home. Thanks for looking out for him. And maybe if you could give me a hand. And then they both like hook him under and start carrying him somewhere. And at this point, I would like you to basically make a decision as a player. Would you rather? Not make a decision. That's not a decision. I would ask you if you want to follow them to make the night move.
Yes. Yeah. For sure.
So, what is it that you are afraid will happen if you fail or lose your nerve as you follow them through dark alleyways?
Yeah. So I guess, I fucking hate cops. And so dealing with the cops is always bad. And secondarily, following people through sketcy back alleyways, who may or may not know that you're following them is always dangerous. So walking into, an amateur, getting accosted is also not good. So I think those are the things that are top of mind for Pike.
Mm-hmm. You mean accosted as in some random street gang who is
or whatever
feral or doesn't give a shit enough to even attack you inside of a Bobby,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Or since I'm at a distance, right? You know what I mean? Like I'm behind them, someone could,
yeah. It's actually worse than that. If you fail, you will not only be attacked by a group of, as I said, like a gang that would do something like that, like in more or less the line. Even if you stay at a distance, you are looking at them, so that means that theoretically they can look back at you. So they are in line of sight of a Bobby. So a street gang who is brazen enough to do that will also just shank you over like sixpence. And you look way too snappy for this part of town. So it's worse than that. Not only is there danger that you will be accosted, they will shank you for sixpence. Like they will stab you, leave you in the gutter, and take everything you have.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
It's probably not helping that I do still have that significant piece of gold jewelry, right? So not only do I look out of place, if they look close enough, there's something visible that, awesome.
Yes. So I think that is composure, right?
Yeah, that feels good to me.
Mm-hmm.
So 2d6 plus 1. That's an 8.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, you do it or hold steady, but there's a complication or cost. The keeper describes what it looks like. Yes, you follow them in like a good distance, and as you do this, you see these, first thing is there is a streetwalker, like trying to goad you in an alley, but you know better than to follow that up. And as you like politely rebuff her, you see the hulking guy with a glinting knife standing in the shadow behind her. And as you turn around and make you forward, you see the other guy with an equally glinting knife standing in a doorway in front of you. And now you're caught between a cop and a sharp place, as you can either shorten the distance between yourself and the Bobby, which will mean that he will see you, or you can try to fight it out with the toughs. And we will leave it at that for now and have our second break. And since already 12 past, I would say we maybe have a more shorter one until 20 past.
Yeah, that works for me.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
See you then. Okay, welcome back. So we stopped with Mr. Pike's second scene. And then, Sina, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because it's still Casey's.
I was just...
Sorry, I
can hear you.
Needed to take care of my cat's medication.
Yeah. I'm good.
I was just about to say, since it's Casey's turn with the Knight's face anyway, you can take care of things as long as you're able to listen.
Yes.
Casey, would you please tell us about Walter McTavish and his plight?
Yeah, Walter McTavish is a homeless ex-soldier who sleeps on the filthy straw-covered floor of the casual ward where he's not been able to beg or scrounge enough for a bed elsewhere. What has he lost in service to Queen and country?
And let me just interject there for a second. Sorry. To remind you of the, what are they called? The Echoes in the Night. This is the last go-round with the Night phase, so if you want to make these connections, and you haven't already, that is the last chance. And I'm absolutely, as you know me as a GM, you've all played with me, fine with you just like inserting stuff in scenes.
Sure.
So, okay, sorry. Do go on.
Yeah. So I think we see Walter as a young man in a like manor home office, sort of the eldest son of an eldest son situation, and his father is sitting at this like large oak desk with like papers and things on there, and young Walter is his father about his plans to join the armed services and experience grand adventure all over the globe. And that is obviously not the family plan for Walter. And his father is quite stern with him. And the conversation ends with young Walter, I don't care what you tell me, Dad. And his father telling him that if he indeed seeks that future, he will no longer be part of the family or welcome in the family home. And Walter turns and leaves the room. And as that happens, the door closes. His father slams his fist down on the table in frustration and anger, and that only sort of repressed, the door is closed and now I can have an emotion sort of way. And he smashes his fist down onto his desk, and we hear the sound of breaking china, and the camera lingers on his desk, and a smashed teacup and a pool of milky tea blending with the blood from his fist, seeping out and soaking up into some sweet wrappers that are there on his desk next to his tea.
Very nice.
And then we see Walter in in Saint Lasana's, curled up and lying on his little straw bed, yeah, we can see this was like a flashback for him or whatever, and he like has in his fist like a memento from his time in the army, like the one thing that he's kept, like his knife or whatever, and he has that with him, and he's holding on to that as he's like having this dream or this memory, and yeah, that's what we see.
That was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Let me just finish writing it up. Holding his army knife. I think cavalry saber is maybe a bit too cumbersome.
Yeah,
to get into a workhouse.
Or like maybe no. Let's go even simpler. Let's just say it's like the button, like a button off of his like jacket, and that's like the only thing he has left is this one little button.
The last remaining golden button from his uniform, because he has sold the rest of them. Yeah, that's beautiful. Also, I love how you just blended in the Echo in the Night with the milk and the cookies.
I was hoping that was gonna work.
Yeah, absolutely. In these games, it's always your call in the end. I don't hand out the XP. It's always a question to you: did you do that? And then you answer, not me.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
A weird sound. Let's go to our last round, and let's start with Mx Latimer, who is walking down another alley towards a even nicer pub. And as you walk there, there is a familiar shape standing like with one hand against the wall and pissing in the alleyway. And it is the man in the sun mask. As you draw closer without turning around, he's like, "Oh, Mx Latimer, it's lovely to see you here." And he turns around, like his dick still in hand, and just like continues peeing while he is looking at you, and then like puts it in. And Molly, no, it's not Molly, it's Fanny. And Fanny, you too. Out on a stroll. Oh, it's a lovely evening, isn't it?
And sorry, I think I looked down, scrutinizing.
Yeah.
His men unimpressed.
Of course.
Look up.
Eyes up here. So what are you doing out here? Have you had any luck finding our little friend?
Oh, well, we're just in search of the nicer things tonight. I don't know what
the Lord Roberts.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He just says like there is this little moment of silence, and he eventually fills it by going, "Oh, the Lord Roberts are playing at Patricia's. If you want to check that." Oh, he's speaking way too modern. If you want to give that a visit, it's a lovely band from out in the county. Really, really exquisite. Their violinist is always his violin is always a bit out of tune in just the nicest way. And I'm sure you can appreciate that. It sounds like like it's from another world.
I do enjoy dissonance, for sure.
Yes, I know you do.
Yeah, I think that wouldn't be a bad choice. A little bit of cottage. And what do you say, Fanny?
Oh, Fanny obviously says yes, of course. That sounds amazing, and smiles beamingly at you both. And then the man in the man in the sun mask, just like shall we? And like offers his arm to Fanny, and Fanny is just like hooks in between the two of you.
Cool. we shall go there. Yeah. If there's any more scene, would be the last scene. I feel like I want to have a scene this concert situation, or did you want to finish it there?
Without being prompted by a move, I don't have any further ideas to go there. If you wanted to look for clues, I would have a few ideas.
Oh, I mean, certainly do that. I just didn't know what the plan was for, like, basically, I missed when you said about when she has to leave early. And anyway, so I'm
so my idea was that we play your 2 night scenes and then call it a night.
Okay.
And then have Gwen's night scene at the first thing next.
Cool. Let's do that. Then.
Yeah. Oh no, actually, no. I'm not sure about. I need to reread that. What the book's suggestion is towards information moves during the night phase. Let's make it a night phase. I think that would be much more interesting. You go to.
You mean a night?
Yes, of course, that's what I mean. You go to Patricia's, and as you go in, let me ask you a set the scene question. Set the scene question again, as all set the scene questions to you both. Is what tells us as the viewers that Patricia's is, aside from being a pretty upscale pub, is also the meeting place of a Cthulhuoid cosmic horror themed social club that deals with faraway worlds, parallel dimensions, and chthonic deities, and that kind of thing.
Sorry, what club? Cthulhu-esque,
like a social club for
the word.
A social club for rich weirdos who engage with old deities, parallel dimensions, that kind of thing.
Okay, I feel like at the risk of kind of repeating something, but not really. In this, what did you say? It's a pub.
But quite upscale.
Toward the back, toward we see maybe even we see like a way that leads toward stairs, quite nice, and there's like a person, I mean, in modern speak, a bouncer or whatever, manning the stairs, or the entrance to the stairs, and we see a few people sort of moving confident immediately in that den, and shrink a small coin or some coin, maybe a badge, etc. And that badge, look closer to it, actually has like a bunch of sort of tentacles coming up, some waves, and
very nice.
That'd be their entrance.
No one. Yeah, very good, Casey.
Yeah, I think there's like these really lavish oil paintings on the walls that have that are like, they seem sort of innocuous, right? Like the sun setting over the sea and that kind of thing, but they're like these veiled allusions to the club, sort of like the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, like all that Aleister Crowley nonsense, right? Like that was one of their like icons. It would be like the sun, like that weird triangle with the sun setting on the waves. And so I think there's this like things that are presented as like everyday objects, but there's like this like secret meaning behind them, or like the iconography of the group is sort of like hidden in the everyday in these paintings. Yeah.
Very good, thank you. Mx, I should write it down once in the legible handwriting. Latimer. Are you familiar with this establishment? And are you familiar with the back door, or should I say downstairs club?
I know I'm of the people in it, but I don't think I have. Sarah, goodness me. Sorry, I'm being distracted by the cat.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm familiar with the people that I involved. I've not done in this nonsense.
Would you like to?
Oh yeah, punishment. Yeah. Oh, would I like to?
Uh-huh.
Sure. What? I mean, I feel like something that draws my interest out because I think so far sort of like this is these are these frivolities of mortals that like think of themselves important than the others.
Yeah. So then as you walk towards the club, you have a little chat with Fanny between the two of you, and you're kind of like talking over her. And in the course of that chat, and I apologize for putting words in your mouth, you can, of course, veto them if you're not happy with it. But during the course of that chat, you ask the man in the sun mask why he knows so much about the vampire, and then he is like, I've met the little fella. He's quite charming, really, and he is part of our club. To my surprise, and then you're like, yeah, okay, what club? And he's like, I can show you if you don't mind. And that is the club that he's leading you, the downstairs club. And he leads you to the just like kind of hardish framing the scene here, the night move rather, because we're running out of time. And he's bringing you to that bouncer and puts the thing in his hand and says, "Oh, he's with me," and gives Fanny a like a good gold sovereign, which is absurd amount of money for her, and tells her to enjoy herself in the upstairs part of the club and leave at her convenience. Yes, overriding whatever you had planned with her. I don't know if you want to interrupt that or interject with that. And then the bouncer opens the cordon and lets you downstairs, and that is where the night move comes in, because you are, I would say, bringing yourself in some amount of risk or danger. What are you afraid could happen down there to you?
So before Fanny moves off, I will tell her, whom, if you've, you no longer want to be here, and I will come, and of course I will pay that. And
Sweet.
Don't just put anything you have on my tabs. Keep that one to yourself. Actually add this to it and put, whatever. Maybe choose. And you're going to be upstaged by this. Who won't even show its face.
Very good. I love it. But still, what are you afraid will happen down there?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm afraid. Well, the thing is, I think, despite their age, they're not, a reason for sure. So I think they're mostly that they will just get roped into some ritual or whatever. They will on spending the night. This is not the play being I'm just like, I just think they are thinking of a higher risk right now.
Also, I just noticed that I pre-concluded the question when I said that the man in the sun mask said that the vampire has been member of the club for forever. That kind of tells us that it's an old vampire. So he hasn't said that. He said instead, I just met him down there. Yeah. He doesn't even say that the vampire is a member, but just that he met him down there. And he's just a charming little fella. Yeah, so it's worse than that. I have said to report. Not only will you miss out on spending the night with her, but she would really have needed your protection tonight while you are down there partying.
I knew you were funny. Poor old Fanny.
You put it on Fanny.
I know.
I'm just rolling with it.
Fine.
Okay. Yeah, make your move. Also,
listen.
and you probably want to know which thing with.
Yeah.
That depends a bit in what direction we want to go. If we want to make it more like a cosmic horror weird, maybe sensitivity. If we want to make it socially weird, presence. If we want to make it sex weird, then maybe vitality or composure. I would leave that to you. Which flavor you want?
And obviously, Gestalt. Me definitely think it's present. I just don't know if that means it. I mean, I don't thread you were thinking.
I wasn't thinking of anything, but if you say presence, then I would say down there you will find the cream of the crop. You know, there's like really the high society is meeting down there, and there's the real risk of just making an ass of yourself. So in this case, I will retract by it's worse than that, and we'll take the spotlight off of poor Fanny and say it's worse than that. Down there is the cream of the crop, the upper crust of society, and if you fuck it up, everybody will know.
That's all right.
Okay, please roll.
I don't think he gives a fuck.
Okay.
Sorry.
All good.
Well, I guess if it's not a physics reg, I'm not going to be using any bits and bobs. Cool. I'll just roll then. Presence.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that is a 13.
Sweet. You do what you intended. Or hold steady, and the keeper will tell you some extra benefit or advantage you receive. Describe what it looks like. I tell you some extra benefit, and you describe what it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I get kind of difficult in this situation of the night move because I don't even enter this.
No, that's okay. Because again, we're running out of time, so I will just quickly narrate it. You go downstairs and you meet them all, like princesses, not just English ones, not just British ones. Like there is really, you must have stumbled into some yearly event where like crowned heads from all over Europe are down there for some reason, and you do a stellar job. You dance with the right people, you chat with the right people. They all are quite what's a good similarly quaint word? Entzückt in English. What?
Excited.
Delighted is nice. They're all like quite delighted by you, and yes, you could make them your house. What's the word? Your bitch, if you wanted to.
Worship.
With give it. And if you want to, you can return to that in the next session, like to giveth things. Otherwise, I would just say that you have a delightful evening, and the extra benefit or advantage you receive is that you. I don't want to just give out a clue. Oh no, you need to describe what it looks like. Okay, so I will tell you what the benefit or advantage is, and you describe what it looks like. Okay, that makes it easy on me. The extra advantage or benefit is that you meet one person from higher nobility that is really smitten with you. Who is that? And what did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah, to make such an impression.
Higher nobility. Now it would be more about nobility, Victorian age, I guess.
By higher, I'm thinking it is somebody at least personally acquainted with the queen, if not even related.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, I was thinking that one of the, like, maybe a let's not go completely crazy. Maybe it's a cousin or something like that. Cousin of hers, a younger one, and she's I think she's quite smitten with my appearance and my. I was gonna say that's ridiculous. No, like my demeanor, which is so it's not something she's seen. Someone who looks like me, and yeah, pretty good at hand implements.
Sure.
Well, so.
What is the gender presentation of that person?
Oh, it's a woman. It's a
woman.
She.
So if you want, you can research some real person. If not, I'll just pick a kind of fitting name from the 1962 London census from Paint the Town Red, and
pick something because the last time you searched,
you didn't come out of that hole.
Just pick something.
Let's go with
tabs upon tabs upon tabs.
Anne is a good first name, and then a last name that sounds like royalty. Let's go with Anne Wicklow, and I'll write it in the chat. That is the person you meet, and that person is on general, like direct speaking terms with the Queen. Nice. And here I would stop it because
a benefit that I should write down.
I would say so, yeah. And while you're writing, I don't need to stay, just silently look at you. It's already 53, so I'd say we stop it here and do the remaining night scenes at the beginning of next session, and go to Stars and Wishes. Like my first star is the image for Mr. Pike. That looks really amazing.
Sorry, what was that, Dominic?
I said my first star is the image for Mr. Pike. That looks really amazing.
Okay, I was going to ask earlier because that is actually a comedian, and I didn't want, if anybody knew that or knew who that was, I didn't want that to be a distraction. So perfect. I'm glad that worked because as soon as I'm the worst at picking pictures, and so as soon as I thought of that guy, I was like, oh, it's perfect. I hope no one knows who he is.
I don't know who that is.
Mustache.
It's so good.
And also, I like Hackett's image, but that has already been there. It has already been awesome last week. Really, really cool. I really enjoyed how you filled out the night scenes, and yeah, I have no particular wishes. And as always, particularly when I'm the GM, I don't have the mental capacities to note down particular star moments, so I apologize for that.
No worries. Yeah, I've got a couple. Zeta, the way that you were just kind of like, let's get out of here when there was a body raining blood on your companion. Like I say, it feels like very, like I said last session, it feels very undeniable doing undeniable shit. So I love it. Very good. I had a kind of a joint star down for Dominic and for you. I think Dominic said it, but you guys were talking about it with the move. I think you said you can have them debase themselves for free as part of that move, which is really good. And then I had starred Gwen for a couple of things. pointing out that like the pointless work is not only pointless, but it is intentionally cruel. And I also wrote down in her unseen, she said something like, "Those of us of low station must deal with our consequences," and that was just like very, very, very good. Also, considering I saw that we have an interest marked out on the safety tab for classism, I thought that was hitting that theme pretty hard, and yeah. I just I liked it. It was very good. If I wishes, I might. I didn't find a good place to bring it up, but I was wondering, Dominic, I was doing a bit more like reading of the game to try to understand it a little bit more. And I think if it's okay with you, I would like to change the move I chose during character creation.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just out of curiosity, what would you like to change?
Yeah. Oh, I think. Well, I'm just not. I don't want to take memory as the servant anymore. And I was actually going to kind of maybe address the group to see what kind of person Pike feels like, especially with Gwen, because the two options that I think really make a lot more sense, or are maybe a better option for me personally in the long run, whatever, are the My Person Friday, where Pike can just show up in anybody's scene at any time. Or the day work move, which is kind of mirroring the night work move that Gwen has, which I thought would be maybe again a little bit more appropriate. Yeah. So. Other than that, just keep going and maybe get a better handle on the way things go or whatever. But beyond that, I think it's all great, and I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, the next dusk phase is coming soon, so time to make that decision. Seeing that the day work moves triggers in the dusk phase. Very good.
Make any notes, but I do remember really the unseen Casey with the smashed up and the tea. How do you say that? Merging, etc. It was just very, very good. And I can't really think of anything right now, and I think it's because I just got some cramps ago and a bit of pain, so my brain isn't working so well.
Let's just cut it here then.
But yeah, I just enjoyed myself.
Yes. Okay. Then I'll stop the recording.